Morning students. Today we are going to see the session 4 of globalization organization structure. In the last class we have seen certain departmentization and we have seen the structures. Today we are going to see the basic types of organization structure. First is functional type of organization structure. Second is divisional organization structure, matrix structure, line and staff structure, the project structure. For your examination, functional, division and matrix, it's called as formal, and line and staff and project is called as informal organization structure. So now we are going to see in detail. Functional structure. This kind of organizational structure classifies people according to the function they perform in the organization. So what type of function they do, based on that the organization structure will be performing. Next, how it will work. The functional type of organization is grouping is done based on similar work specialities, like president gives the work for vice president, marketing, finance, production, HR. What they do is they provide the work according to the requirement. See here it is according to the business and this is according to the hospital. So chief administrator gives powers to the medical science, administrative service, outpatient service, nutrition and food service. So likewise similar work they give in similar types of organization. So next, how this divisional structure works. So this is also a type of organizational configuration that groups together these employees who are responsible for the particular product type or a market services according to the outflow. I repeat, a type of organization configurations that groups together those employees who are responsible for the particular product, type or market services according to the workflow. So how it works? The division of the structure of business tends to be increasingly flexible and it can be broken down further into products, markets and geographical structures. Next, how this divisional structure works. This divisional structure works according to the requirement of the zonal or the area or the product. So product X president, product X, product Y and product Z. Product X as separate R&D, manufacturing, marketing and finance. Likewise, product Y also have a separate marketing, manufacturing, marketing, R&D and finance. Next, divisional product. It also has R&D, marketing, finance and manufacturing. So same, it is divided into different divisions. Next, matrix organization structure. This structure which has a contribution or the combination of function and the product structure. This combines both the best of both worlds to make an efficient organizational structure, most complex organization structure. Next, matrix. If you see, matrix is as both chain of command and chain of division, a grid of function and divisions for two chain of commands. See here, president, finance of engineering you have separate, finance you have separate, vice president for production you have separate and marketing you have separate, and for each and everything you have a separate product managers, manager for R&D, manager for finance, manager for explosion, manager for expenditure. So for each and every line you have a separate and for each and every function you have a separate. Here it is a functional type of organization structure and here it is a project based organization structure. So the work is bit complex in matrix structure. Next, line and staff structure. Line and staff structure combines the line structure whereas the information and approval comes from the top to bottom with staff departments for support and specialization. Line and staff organization structure are more centralized. Manager of line and staff have authority over the subordinates, but staff managers have no authority over the line managers and their subordinates. Next, line and staff organization structure. It's a combination of both line and staff. So, for president, you will have a legal advisor who sees all the tasks, and from the president, you will have a vice president. Vice president will meet direct to the production department, and line, if you see, this is a staff, the staff, the lines that are abnormal, that is, it is in sequence, that is staff. But line flow of power from top to bottom is easier. Vice president for production, vice president for finance, production for superior. So here superior supervisor plays a vital role, and the work flows alternatively. So the combination of line and staff are together. President, directly vice president, and production supervisor, and once again you have production supervisor, staff, production, then you have a legal advisor. He will tell to supervisor, that is, he will tells to the vice president, and vice president will be habitated or implementing his works and responsibilities for the department head. That department head as a support to be given by the six. Next, production structure, that is production project structure. The organization units are complex, that is, the organizational units to complete the projects are long duration. Each project is vitally important to the organization. The size of the project teams varies from one project to the other. The activities of the project team are coordinated by the project manager, who has the authority to obtain and advise and assist the experts both inside and outside the organization. The core concept of the project organization is to gather the team, specialize the work, that is specialist to the work on completion of particular project. Next, project structure. President, that is, president separately he will have for A, for B, and for C, and each of the person will have finance separately, manufacturing separately, and vice president looks over the finance and manufacturing, and for project C separately. So here one project you will have one vice president, and one vice presidents will take over finance and marketing and manufacturing. So project A, project B, and project C. Finance and manufacturing are separate for A, finance and manufacturing are separate for B, and finance and marketing and managing, that is manufacturing, are separate for C. Next. So here, this finance year project structure, here we complete the organization structure. Next class we are going to wind up the third chapter, globalization. Meet you in the next class.